Greetings again. Hey, it's me again. Well, right now we're parked over here in Topeka, Kansas. We actually did our delivery today. We were not scheduled to deliver till tomorrow, but we managed to get down here, and we took a chance on getting it delivered, and they took us in. So a lot of times between 4 and 5 o'clock, the dispatcher will actually call if they have a load, something like tomorrow or whatever, and let you know ahead of time on what to expect for the next day, so you can plan ahead. So I had the option whether I could deliver today or tomorrow, and so I went ahead and chanced it, came on in, and we delivered it today. Right now we're at nighttime. It's almost, let's see here. It's about 5:43. And as soon as they get done, we're going to have to find, and this is another problem, we have to find a place to park for 10 hours. And it's not easy to park a rig and kind of blend in. Topeka, I don't think there's a truck stop here, so we have to be really creative in getting this going. But we seem to be doing it. We got it pretty well set out. Right now, we're kind of waiting for them to unload me, and as they did, that's another thing is we do a lot of paperwork. We do it so that at the end of the week we turn in all the information and everything, and then they process and we get paid for it. So the trick is, as you're waiting to do the paperwork, so that you don't have to wait till the end of the week, get there, and then you have to catch up, because my wife gets there to pick me up and takes me home, and if she's got to wait for me to do the paperwork, which I should have done on the way, especially when it's cold outside, she's got to get outside, put a coat on. The beauty of trucking. It's nice here. It's about 53 degrees, and like I've said before, that we go into different types of weather almost constantly. Up north, it's cold, it's snowy, snowbound. You've seen how much snow we've got up there. And then I come down to Crete, Nebraska, and the area that I picked up, there was no snow. It was on gravel, so the sun came and heated everything up, and so it was 63 degrees there. And now I'm in Kansas. It's about 53, sun's going down and stuff like that. Get a little cooler, but it feels like a spring day. So this is why you have to dress in layers, because you get so used to the changes, real drastic, that I think that's what makes truckers a little bit more healthier than a lot of people, because we have to adapt constantly. And people that don't go out very often, stay at a certain temperature, kind of loses that ability, and maybe that's what keeps me Wednesday to you. This is Greggory with the documentary Directing with Greggory for the 1 week, and maybe more, you never know. Right now we have had to go down to St. Joseph, Missouri, and last night we found a place to park. It's a little expensive. We had to park over there, what we call a service area. It's on a toll road. There is like rest areas, and there's truck parking, and we did that. And unfortunately, they changed the policy to where they kind of charge by the hour when you're on there. So it cost me $25 just to sit there. So we're not going to do that again. you know, we learned the hard way of whether that's going to work or not. A lot of people make money off of us in different ways. And a lot of people are kind of crazy around here. They don't know how to drive around the trucks, and they think they can just squeeze on by. But they can't. Anyway, so we got down, and we had a new load for, going to St. Joseph, Missouri. Which wasn't too far from there. And we got loaded over at Silgon. There's a plant called Silgon. It's pretty much in a lot of different cities, and we do a lot of runs with them. They produce aluminum cans and aluminum containers for different industries, and we pick up those empty cans and deliver them. And so we're going to be delivering in North Sioux City, South Dakota. Yeah, going back up north. It's 42 degrees here, and it's probably going to be snowing by the time we get back up there. So, like I said, we always go in a different types of routes, but that's okay. That's what we do, and we get paid for it. Just got to take it one day at a time. So right now, we're headed up on the ready to get on the interstate here, and we're going to go up north, and we're going to enjoy our show. Well, here's where we are at. As you can see, we're on US 59, and we're going to be going to 2.2 miles. Take 229 and go north. So hopefully we'll get there pretty good, decent time. We've got to be up there by tomorrow 5 o'clock in the morning, which is not a problem. It's only 200 miles from here, so we can do that. And there's our exit, so we're going to take that. And Silgon loads, since they're empty aluminum containers, they don't weigh much. So we're going to be really doing good as far as weight-wise. And weather-wise, it's going to be like kind of gloomy, rainy, but not really too heavy. So now we're on Interstate 229, and we're going to be heading up north, 8 miles, and probably hit up the I-29 and go all the way up to North Sioux City. It's going to take us about 4 hours, but I don't mind, because there's a place up there in North Sioux City that I kind of like to eat. It's got an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet. Not too many people know about it, but that's good, because then you'll always can have parking. And we might be able to drop it early. It depends on what the dispatcher calls and say, oh, well, go ahead and drop your trailer and pick up an empty or something like that. And we can do that. Just when I left St. Joseph, there was 2 other Uber drivers that just showed up, and they're going to the same place. So we're not going to be by our lonesome this time. We're just going to probably be there first. And so on we go, and hope you enjoy the ride. And as you can see, it's not very shiny out there. We got a lot of, we're going to go up the river and through the small towns, but we're going to enjoy. So when we get up there, I'll be talking to you later. Welcome, this is Gregory, and welcome to the second week of Trucking with Gregory. Actually, we did our first attempt last week to do a documentary, and it was a quick week type of take to show a run that I normally do on a weekly basis. I go to different places. Sometimes I go to the same place in sequence, but every once in a while I'll break away from that sequence and do other things. And I'll be starting out again this week doing some easy routines. So this next week that we're building is going to be an introduction of how to become a truck driver, an introduction of myself, how I became a truck driver, the do's and don'ts of what to look for, whether it is for you or not to become a truck driver. There are things that really needs to be addressed. I really do think so, because there's a lot about this industry that there's a lot of talk and hype, and depends on who you talk to. It depends on the story that you get. So stay tuned, and we're going to be enjoying this week, but we're going to really get into the basics, because I've already had put this documentary onto Facebook and iTunes, and I've gotten a lot of questions. People want to be starting out, and they're asking questions of how you get into be a truck driver. And I think it's a perfect idea, because you just can't really talk to a recruiter or anyone that's trying to sell you into the industry, because they're basically looking for their money, and in order to get the right information, you got to talk to the drivers who's been there, not just the new guys, because the new guys, they got sold into it, so they're hyped up and everything. But the ones that have been out here got the glitter out of their eyes, and now it's doing it for real. That's the best way you get the right information. And hopefully this week we'll be able to introduce a lot to you. If you have any questions, go ahead and post on your YouTube or Facebook. I'm happy to ask you or answer if I can. Or if I can't, I can get the information with no problem. We'll be going through DOT regulations, pre-trip, introductions, all the basics. But basically, we're going to really get a heart-to-heart talk about what it really means to be a truck driver. And I hope you'll enjoy it. Well, I got to get to work, so ta-ta for now.